And we came to the conclusion that there is nothing more sexy, there's nothing more exciting than occupying the very iconic heart of global capitalism, which is Wall Street, and to start our revolution there.
Mass arrests in New York today.
To what's being called a mass day of action for the movement battling corporate greed.
With protests planned in many occupied cities, including New York, LA, Portland, London, and Madrid.
New York City's Lower Manhattan still by far the largest.
Will the demonstrations continue, and will they remain peaceful?
The reason it doesn't have to be violent is because there's millions of us, and there's only really a few hundred of them.
And I think it understood where power lay, that it was outside of Wall Street, not out of Washington.
Our country's biggest banks were, and I quote here, shoddy, risky, and deceptive.
There have been alternatives all the way. These are policies designed to have approximately this effect. Well, you know, finally there's this kind of a popular uprising protesting it.
But you get to keep $480 million. Is this fair?
It's infuriating because the banks look at you like you're lazy. The politicians look at you like, oh, you just want a handout. I'm like, you motherfuckers, take a shower and they can get a job. Here's my wages stagnant. Here's my cost of living going up. What did I fill the gap with? Debt. So I went into debt and then I got poor and I couldn't afford basic shit. And you're gonna call me lazy?
If you are envious of somebody that happens to be rich, that you call a fat cat, go and get rich.
I'm telling you, these guys need to start creating jobs or we're gonna start building guillotines. And I only say that jestingly, but you know, if someone takes me up on it.
Of course, as you know, the Occupy movement is like a jazz orchestra. There's no one leader. All the voices are lifted, and it's a conversation.
You either go with the movement and you're pushing the movement forward, or you stand in the way. Well, if you choose to stand in the way, the movement's like water. It just goes around you. So you can't really stop it short of extreme violence against the people who are perpetuating it. And I think we've seen all these examples from the past where people try to suppress ideas with violence, that it never works.
Its weaknesses. Well, there are a lot. Historically, infighting in social movements have been the #1 cause of it falling apart.
Now a question mark is hanging over the movement. We're wondering where it's going to go next. Some people say it's dead.
There's one threat to Occupy. What is it?
I think it's ourselves.